Alright, I updated the Discord links so that they should no longer be expired. Before, on my page, one of the two links to Discord, one of them was expired. If you join the Discord, and if you're active on YouTube or Twitch and post any of your stuff, I'll add you to the list of community, whatever, of people doing things. What else? If you join, click one of these buttons, you get a colorful name. Alright, that's it for the Discord. Maybe it's not really quick. I'm happy, I'm excited. Crystallized is back. Only recent present on YouTube, I found. Oh well, if LTG can't hit a jackpot, rumors about heavy chance reduction have to be true. Sucks. Did I not hit a jackpot? I probably didn't. Crystallized has not been here in months and months. Received one of the highest number of hearts from you. So the only problem with Crystallized is I scare them off because they don't like disagreement, and they have wild thoughts about RNG and MMR and all kinds of fun things that I like hearing about. They're wrong, but it's fun to argue with them. And the sad thing is, they know way more about the game than me. I think they do. I don't know, I've learned more about the game since, but they definitely knew way more about the game than me when they were commenting in the past. I think they still probably do. They're the person that got me to do the 0-second kill build. They told me that it was possible to kill somebody in 0 seconds. They didn't tell me the build or anything. And I think they did it with a different build than me, but that was because of Crystallized. The reason that I found Bob on Twitch was because of Crystallized, because I wanted to see if high-level gameplay had all of the RNG and MMR crap, and I was only gold and platinum at the time at the game, so I didn't have enough knowledge. I don't know anything about it. Now, I'm silver and gold. Yeah, but I should be diamond. Alright. I hate this. Data drinking alcohol for the first time. Personally, love turning off your brain when you see present. I also like Soda Mascolo. I like lots of people, but Crystallized disappeared forever, and they're insane, which is awesome. I like interesting people. I say insane, it's such a, negatively loaded word. I think that playing Backpack and talking to yourself for YouTube every day is also kind of insane. So what I'm doing is also insane. I don't know. They're an interesting person. I think they are very interesting, which it's hard to be just through YouTube comments. Didn't think I'd see this game on my recommended. That's for Skilled Legends Royale. God, I wish this game got more views. I would play this game every day. I easily would. It's very addicting. I would play this one, I think, over Oaken Tower or Backpack Battles right now. I really like the time component to it. I don't like that Backpack not only enables me to overthink things, but it kind of requires it to do well. Especially once I get back up to High Diamond, Low Master. It's Lucky Dice and this is Luck Be a Landlord. I might have screwed up in Luck Be a Landlord. That game I see as casual, you just click buttons. So far it's easy. So I don't overthink it too much. I could. I don't know. Hell yeah, 5 a.m. recording. Who needs sleep? Sleep is for the weak. No, this tells me you are a young person. Because, even though it's funny, as you get older, you start to value sleep so much, and good sleep so much, that you won't even joke about it. No, if I could change one thing in my life, it might actually just be getting 8 hours of sleep every night right when I want. That would be amazing. You masturbate. No, do not. I do. It already has a like too. Fine, you get another like, but no heart. A perfect start would be all day. This is Oaken Tower. I want to read Oaken Tower on Oaken Tower, not on Backpack Battles. Okay, what are we doing? I think Bozadark is also an interesting person, but I don't think they're crazy. I think they're just very good at this game. I like to have disagreements with people, but they're probably just right most of the time. Maybe not all of the time. Again, I do think they're younger. Probably younger than me. But I could be completely wrong. Who knows? Also, I'm old, but I don't reveal how old. I don't know if I would. I'm old. It's weird because I don't sound old. My voice sounds very young, which is part of the reason that I don't like my voice. But other people seem to enjoy it. I've come to terms with my voice. I don't mind it as much as I used to. I don't like this mage character, but it's because I don't understand it and I don't want to learn. I've already learned so many characters at this point. Bob was talking about they might reset rank again. If they reset rank again, either I'm just going to play one character or I might quit Backpack. I cannot. Like, this is painful to me. This slowly going up in rank. One match a day. I could play more. I do. I play unranked sometimes for fun. It's so slow. Look at all these unranked. But they were over quick. Okay. We're going to go play the video game. Quick pause. Now we're going to start the video game. Okay, Berserker. Berserker Pants is easy. Why is it easy? Because, one, we started with an axe, which is pretty strong for, like, it's not as strong for round 1, but it's really strong rounds like 2, 3, 4. It's really strong 3, 4, 5. So this is a weapon that scales, but the fight is over so quick in the first couple rounds that the scaling, like, you don't even have time for that to take effect too much. Red Gem is really good early game because it deals 4 damage with 150% lifesteal. So you get 6 life, you do 4 to them. 4 life is a significant portion of your life. Now I'm trying to think how I get crystallized to hang out, and the answer is we take present when we see it, and then we talk about the RNG throughout the video and like how unlucky I'm being, and they will correct me about the luck numbers. So if I think I'm already winning, which I don't, but I could be, then pig plus bag would be a decent way to spend 6 gold. But we're Berserker, so this is amazing. Why? Because I can just go Anvil and that solves Anvil. I could still take these two if I do think I'm ahead. So I don't actually need the banana. That's 2 gold. Yeah, but it's strong early. I don't actually need the stone, but it doesn't help unless I get rid of the star. I could do that. Fully come. Goodbye, star. I do want this bag. I'm gonna take it. Alright, so I would put my odds at like 70%. Except 2 weapons is also like as strong as the axe early game. Mid game, that is not true. Or 2 crappy weapons. Cool. And those weren't 2 great weapons. It would mainly be if they had 2 weapons with like a whetstone between them, which they didn't. So this armor, really good, kind of expensive, probably worth getting right now. Almost certainly. And it wants to go into the pants. Cool. It gives me a place to put gems. And it's strong. Okay, so these red gems are more valuable than this garlic. They're not great for the lifesteal, it's just 1 HP every hit. Purple gem, unhealing is not that helpful. Removing a buff can be, but again, the fights are over so quick that the buffs don't even matter too much. The bigger thing would be pulling this red gem out and putting it into the bag. Too bad. Unless I want to sell the garlic. I don't know why I read this as like kids. It's kids, but that's not what their name is. Ixide. Alright, we're destroying. Right, I have 45 armor right at the start, and I have scaling damage, so this is pretty tough to beat. What are we looking for here? None of these? So, something on sale. This is also a random thing on sale. Shielded. Could try and go defense, but it doesn't fit well with the anvil. Mana Mastery doesn't do anything. Thorn Burst. Thorn Burst gives a stun, gives spikes, it's on sale. So the question is it better than a random skill? I don't know. Not really. The best I can say is it would enable a whip, but I don't like whips. I don't know. I'll take it and click in case I see an amulet on sale and it happens to be a green amulet. Kind of the thought process. Purples are good. Red is good. I've already won this fight, basically. So, and we already have 5 space right there. So, we roll. Or I could just save money for what? Roll. Buy space. Space is valuable. The rest of this, gloves are valuable. Crap. I do need to find another axe, but it's rare, and our chances of seeing rares are still pretty low right now. Anything else to consider? I don't need this, but could become a better gem. In my mind, this is one of the strongest starts you can get in backpack battles. Just because it's very consistent. You can get this start pretty regularly. Not necessarily the axe, not necessarily the armor, but you can be building towards an anvil. And an anvil just wants 8 crafted items by round 8. That's it. You could have a wooden sword with anvil, and it would win. You could have broom wooden sword, and that would really win. Ooh, I could be speeding this up. We can do that. The biggest problem with Berserker is by round 18, it does start to fall off a little bit. A lot of the time. So you have to get your wins early, and then just come to terms with the fact that you might not be as strong on rounds 16, 17, and 18 as like a full build enemy. But early game, it's pretty strong. Pants are very strong early. And then mid-game, it's insanely strong because Anvil gets such a big power spike on round 8. Almost lost that. Wonder if the 8 spikes, they probably did make a significant difference. We're only against a burning torch. Well, and a shepherd's crook. Oh, spicy banana is the reason that they were doing so well. They don't even use that much stamina, though. Damage dealt, 147, so I did more against their 116, but the big thing is healing. So, spicy banana healed for 48. Which is significant. I don't think that I might have got 48 extra damage. Actually, I probably did. I got 50 extra damage from the spikes. If they had a second stamina item, this would have healed twice as much, though. So they really just needed more stamina use. They could have won that with one other stamina item. Okay, decisions. So, with gems, and with regen on sale, I think I might switch to this. I could definitely switch for a round. But the axe is good. Could just do both. I don't really need to do both, though. This is weird because it does not go well with the pants. Because it wants to swing fast. But if you have limited regen, it doesn't need to go as fast. Just the fact that I got the Hungry Blade plus the healing herbs, both on sale, makes me want them. So now, I don't need this blue gem. I mean, I can take it. You can throw it in this one, I guess. I could do Wolverine Claws. They just don't do much. That could be my secondary weapon. Gloves are so valuable if you build axe, or if you build big sword. In general, gloves are one of the items that you want to collect as many as you can on this character. Not every time, but a lot of the time. Crap, this wants this, but it's not that important. But I can almost get it. Huh. Oh well. This one. This one. What about snowballs? What about that potion? So I could do an upgraded potion. Oh, what about the second axe? That's the important one. Let's actually pay attention to the video game and get the one that's important. Okay. So, I no longer need the herbs. Unless I'm going to make the potion, I only need to make the potion if I don't have enough crafted items. We currently have 1 crafted item, 2 crafted items, 3 crafted items, 4 crafted items. Could get gloves, especially if you only have a single weapon. Crafted gloves are decent. And they become a lot better once you have the crafted axe. Huh. I might craft the gloves. Which means this has to fit somewhere else. Which I can do. This one wants starts of battle. This one wants to be over here. So yeah, once you make the better axe, then it has benefit to being sped up when you're in battle rage. Right now, it doesn't really have a benefit to being sped up in battle rage. Banana is still useful until round 8. It's only round 4. This one is expensive, but I do have spikes. I'm trying to think how I buy this bag right now. Or the potion, but I really don't want... It's only round 4, and we already have a bunch of crafted. I don't think I need the potion. Potion's kind of good, though. Potion goes off at half health. This goes off when you enter battle rage. Crap, we don't have the right bag for it. Still kind of good. Undecided. I think I'm gonna buy the potion. Something to do. So, 2 gold. 4 gold. I might actually need that stamina this round. Too bad. Stamina's gone. This one. I would rather have that yellow gem, especially if I craft up the axes. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna put that there, and we can get a little bit of healing. So stamina could be a problem, so I'm pulling this out. I don't have a stamina bag. I should know the stamina cost of these when they're slowed down 30%, but I don't. It's not that expensive. Actually, I'm probably fine on stamina. Do it. I'm gonna put that back there. I'm gonna take out this red. Okay. Plus, we might kill before stamina becomes an issue. Horse. Horse is a horse, of course, of course. So we're looking at stamina, 0.5, 0.7. I use 1.2 stamina per second, so we should be all right. Oh, except for a shield, never mind. Shield means I'll honk. And we're gonna honk it like the worst time. Rough round. Combination round for the axe is difficult in general. I don't think banana would have really helped. We just got second glove, we got a yellow, we got a speed bag. This is an awesome shop. This was like everything that I was hoping to see, basically. More space. So everything's going pretty well. I lost that one, but that's fine. You're gonna lose some. One thing I would say is you can't really evaluate, like, based off of one win or loss. You have to say, is the build going the way that I want it to go? And it is. I'm getting all of the pieces that I need. Red gem. Purple gem. So, you would think, or I would think sometimes, that you want to speed up this purple. Small thing. Smallest thing in the world, but actually you want to speed up these ones because they're slower, and they give the same benefit, they just give it more slowly. Now, I still need to fit this armor. And The problem with making that potion is this potion really wants a second potion. But we can probably get that. I'm 1 gold off of this bag. I could sell the blue, but I don't need to. It would be nice to speed up a second thing when I'm in battle rage, like one of these purples. It's not that important. I don't expect to come out of battle rage. The expectation is that I'm going to kill after I go into battle rage. So we go in. Ooh. We come out of battle rage. Not good. I must have honked. I did honk. Oh. Did I miss a swing? No, I didn't miss a swing. Weird. I expected that this swing right here would kill. No, double axe is supposed to hit an extra time. Trigger an extra attack. It would have killed. I did honk. I honked right here. I didn't think about that. Extra attack uses an extra 2 stamina. This item is stamina hungry. Okay, I should know that about this build, but I don't. Once you get anvil, all the stamina numbers change. And I still don't know what they are. I just assume that I have enough stamina and I try to kill the enemy before I run out. This one is interesting. Could get rid of the pig with this. I don't want to get rid of the gem box. It's fine to speed it up. I don't really want to get rid of any of this. Could take a coal just to light the coal on fire. The reason I like coal is on round 8, once you get the anvil, it pays for itself, kind of. And it's an easy one to swap out with other gems that you might want to use, like this gem would like to go inside of the armor. Not right now, but later it would like to. This one could go up here. It's tricky because I already have so many gems that are good, I don't need the coal. But at least it's something that contributes. Gloves, bags. Blue gem doesn't do much except that it's a crafted item. I would trade this blue gem for that blue gem. Paying 1 gold for that, but it's worth it. So crafted items, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, but you can't use the second glove, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have plenty. You can use the second crafted glove, but you can't use the axe plus 2 gloves as crafted items, so you have to discount one of them towards your count for the number of crafted items for the anvil. Also, I should probably be, I don't know, swapping these 2 gems. It doesn't matter much. God, I honk in... Okay, so that's currently my problem. I honk as soon as I go into battle rage, which is when I really want this to be able to swing. Okay. Only round 7. This is amazing. This is starting to look pretty good. We could do double axe. The answer is never double axe. Technically, you can make it fit, but they scale independently, so there's no benefit to having 2 of them. It's kind of just griefing yourself. There is a Goobert, but I don't really consider Goobert for this. It takes up too much space, it's too dependent on stars, and Anvil is also dependent on stars. So you have 2 items that both want to be like center of attention. I need this. And it needs to go into the pants, which isn't that difficult. And this one wants to be sped up. So, could also buy a pig, but if anything, I'm looking to get rid of this pig. I need something that gives me value. I don't really need more gems. Weird. It's okay. Gems are good. I do need more gems. You want the axe to have really good gems. So the dream is 1 perfect blue gem. But until you get to the 1 perfect blue gems are kind of a trap. Once you get there, they're amazing. I could make a hold all. Wait, hold all would be amazing. But this armor's better. could make the giant sword crap. Giant sword is kind of better than axe. Axe scales up quickly, but this one does damage right from the start. And it gains so much benefit from Empower. Plus 5 damage per Empower. So you just look for Empower. The problem is, this doesn't actually benefit much from Anvil. Except what? I don't know. It's good. It's really good. Do you ever make this sword? No, because this wants regen, it wants Empower, it wants Vamp, it wants Spikes. It wants a lot of stuff. This is a very difficult decision in my mind. Probably made easier by it being full price. If it was half cost, I'd be really tempted. It also probably means losing the round, but I might already lose this round, just because of lack of stamina. So I could take a banana. Crap, I could. Banana might win me this round for 1 gold. Or sell the Goobert, buy the bag. Be good for next round. I'm gonna do that. I'd put this one. What are the odds? 60% in my favor. Are the odds in my mind, which isn't great. Ideally, okay, that looks pretty good for me. Ideally, I would want my odds to be way better. I don't know why their collar is over here. I guess they don't have luck for it, so it doesn't matter. That's true. Luckily, we ran up against somebody who didn't have that strong of a board. Which is ideal. So Anvil's here. Do I ever consider this? No. Could consider Shaman. That would be like the second option. But, oh, Shaman's pretty good too. With a lot of defense? No, that's Deerwood. I don't know. It's always Anvil. The problem with Anvil is it wants a lot of space, but I've been buying space. I do like this as a heat source. I need to craft an item so that I can get a flame so that I can light the coals. Do I buy a coal? I do have a lot of gem sockets. I'm going to say yes to the coal. Do I roll with this in when I really just want to see space? Space. Crap, but I don't see a crafted item. Wooden sword is actually a little bit tempting to me. It uses stamina, but with an 8-star anvil, it just does damage. It is on sale. This is also on sale. I could craft a vampire potion. I don't want a vampire potion, but it would get me a flame. No, I need something that I can craft. Oh, I can craft up the blue gem. That's fine. Boots are good. All right, so now I'm going to rearrange the bag built around anvil and built around the axe as my 2 items that I care about, and I'll be right back. All right, so yeah, we've already got a full star anvil. We've got 2 dragon claws onto a double axe. Double axe is being sped up. I am tempted to sell this potion. If I'm tempted to sell the potion anyways, which I plan on selling it, I don't think a vampire potion is particularly good, but this green line means it doesn't consume this. So, it generates a flame when I craft an item. If I'm going to sell it, make a flame. I do want the boots. This is a lot of armor, but it's not useful to me. What else would I consider? The only other consideration, I could be speeding up a purple instead of this. Is that helpful? Might be. I don't know. Speed up a purple. No, Thornburst gives stuns. Stuns are good. Do I want to do anti-heal? No. Nope, I'm happy with this. This is just a strong round 8. If somebody beats this, I would be a little bit surprised. I still might have stamina issues. So we're getting 2 flames. They have a little bit of damage. Ooh, if they can get enough heat. They actually do... No, they would still lose. But they get plus 8 damage to 2 of these if they reach 10 heat. They can't currently reach 10 heat. I mean, they could if this thing hit me multiple times. But that would take time. They're dead. We're both in battle rage. They have the better bag in my mind. This bag is really good early game, but right now, God, I wish I had that bag. That is like the biggest weakness right now to me, is that I don't have the bag that guarantees I go into battle rage before I die. Blue gems are becoming more and more amazing, but only if I can get them up to a perfect blue gem. So let's try and do that. Boots. Boots are good. Do I want to take this out before I roll? Why? I really want a bag that can fill this space. Hey, the bag that can fill that space. Thank you, game. This one I need to craft. Luckily, that fits really well. What else? Purple can go right there. We do want to light these coals. I would like to light both of them. That's why I wanted 2 flames. Could sell this potion. This one, when both characters drop below 80%, consume this, gain vamp, and deal 15 effect damage with 100% lifesteal. I don't really need any of this. Armor potion. Armor potion is interesting. Ooh. Stone gloves are kind of interesting. Not that interesting. Stone cap, though, is very defensive. It's on sale. Cat doesn't really help with this build, unless I went with the giant sword, which I didn't. Snowballs. Snowballs are part of the solution, but they're very expensive, and I don't have the space. I do need these, just not yet. What do I want? I want to see a bag. This potion. So this potion will go off, which makes it pretty good. Blue gems. Blue gems do not do much. Fine. And we're still at full stars. I'm happy with this. I expect this to win like the next 3 rounds without too much thought. Heavy drinking with a whole bunch of potions is kind of cool. I don't think it does anything, but kind of cool. We'll see, maybe it does do something. Nope. None of these interest me. Stoned. Is it ever stoned? So stoned, I take less damage. I already have tons of damage reduction. We could reduce the damage that I take. I guess I only have 20%. This one doesn't reduce damage taken. Huh. I don't have as much as I thought. We're trying to get this to be that perfect blue gem. How far away am I? I'm still a whole chipped and a flawless away. That's pretty far. I think it's always just more stats. I take more stats so much, Bob thinks that this item is crap. This item is amazing. Why? Start a battle. Weapons deal plus 5% damage. That's it. And I guess it gives max health. It's between these two. This is a really good defensive item. This is damage. Do I need the defense? I don't know. Defense doesn't help me kill. I feel like I already have enough defense. But this multiplies it. It makes me very difficult to kill. I'm gonna take the stupid stoned. Am I? Am I? I don't really plan on keeping this. Problem is, what if they kill me before 5 seconds? If they kill me before 5 seconds, I have like no defense to that. I have no response. Purples. Purple is anti-heal. Do I want anti-heal or do I want to remove debuffs? Removing debuffs. Currently, I cannot handle blind. So removing debuffs is pretty good. God, this is a tough decision in my mind. I don't think I win unless I kill, and I think this is the way to kill. I'm taking the one that I think is better. I do actually think this potion's decent. Huh. I also think this armor's decent, but it's a lot of space. Could make vamp armor. So the reason the potion's decent is because the tricky thing with this vampire potion, it's difficult to trigger it. But this is easy to trigger, and when it goes off, it could trigger this. Mostly, though, I'm trying to get away from this. Heart Container's kind of interesting. Just because Heart Container is a way to spend money, and with this build, I'm usually trying to spend money by the end. I don't want full price vamp. I don't really want stamina. I don't really want this, but it's on sale and it solves the problem that I have of debuffs. I don't expect it to actually do anything. Fine. Doesn't have to do much. You can just sit there. Eventually I'll sell it. And I need a crafted item right there, but I have plenty of those. Do I? Kind of have plenty of those. The problem is they take up space. My space is limited. Do I want to combine up yellows? Probably. Do I want this box of riches? I'm not sure if it increases. I mean, it would just give me money. It's better than a pig. Alright, I want gems. I don't know if it increases the gems that you see to have 2 of these. If it increases it more. I don't think it does. It doesn't say that it does. I have flames. I need space. Space is not space. Blue gem. That is space, actually. Okay. Sell the flames, buy the space. So this turn, I'm getting 2 more flames. Anvil's amazing because it reduces the stamina of 1 or 2 items. It gives flat damage to 1 or 2 items. And it's economy. But the economy part gets overlooked a little bit. It's so much economy. Because you end up crafting things quite a bit. And it just gives you not only a gold, but it gives you a useful gold in the form of a flame. Alan DeGeneres. I like your name a bit. Kind of stupid, but it makes me laugh. Alright. They have a big smelly wall. Problem with big smelly wall is you end up overcommitting to it, and unless it's doing something, like if this was acting as an activator for a steel goobert when you have an armor amulet, it's kind of just bait. Like, armor is not enough. Armor will not scale as quick as this axe's damage. Just won't. Armor. Block. So, they get a good amount of block, but not for the amount of space that they're giving up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 space. To get what? 150. So 15 space, 150 armor. If you just had like 2 gold armors, that would do the same. They're more expensive, but the gold armors can build into something where garlic can't. The only thing is this can be a quick activator. Or it could do a lot of poison if you care about poison. I don't. Why am I not getting poisoned at all? Oh, because of the purple gems. Right. I was gonna say, I didn't even drink this potion. Poison is so weak. Hey, it's a green gem. Anti-poison, without even trying. Take it. Anti-poison, without even trying. Alright. So, I really, really, really want a flawless blue gem right now. Kind of want the cap. I do have the armor potion. With the other bag, I would not want this cap so much, but with this bag, I do. And this is when I shift away from the potions. So one of the things I'm still looking for is an oil lamp to increase the accuracy on this. Because I don't have luck, and I'm going to be getting rid of this debuff cleansing potion. This is another weapon that you can use with anvil. Like an endgame weapon. It's not very good, but it works. Boots. Boots are really good because right now there are a lot of frost builds. And the frost build, it's not that there are a lot of them, it's that the frost build is almost unbeatable. Except, if you have frost resist, then it's trivial to beat it. So you basically just turn off the scariest enemy by building boots. Or one of the scariest enemies. To do that, the boots have to go right here. To do that, this blue gem could come out. We need to buy the boots. Buying the boots means that I can sell the junk that I never plan to put back in. But right now, we're crafting 2 items. That's plus 2 gold. Could I craft up a purple? I could. Craft up a purple. Crafting 3 items plus 3 gold. And it means that I'm replenishing my flames. So let's get rid of those flames. Green gem is better than purple gems. Because purple gems do something in the bag, green gems just give a regen. You only care about regen if you're building a Hungry Blade. There's a couple other times. If you're filling a heart container. There are a few times. Okay, that's not true. If you have girl power, if there are a few, yeah, there are. But in general, regen is kind of worthless unless you're using it for something else. Just on its own, it's no good. Purple gem is good for making a purple cap, but it's expensive. Alright, start the battle. So heavy stun could still mess with me. Heavy heat could blow me up, in theory, but this is not heavy heat. But it could be, when I see ever burning, I think heavy heat. Wait. They're life-stealing a ton. I'm dead? No, I'm almost dead. Why are they life-stealing so much? They have 13 vamp and a fairly quick weapon. God, it's really just that vamp. And I'm not punching through. I have lifesteal. I have more lifesteal from the pants, but only when I'm in battle rage. This is where that sword would have been really good. Is just to blow them up. Because I was not blowing them up. At all. Alright, block. We're not looking at block. We're looking at damage dealt. I do more damage, but they have more healing. We both have a good amount of lifesteal, I think. But they have more. From their vamp. Sun armor. I always forget about the heal on this. That heal is significant. It is. But it also eats the heat. It's a weird heal. Regen did 31 right after I said it's worthless. They have a shell totem. Shell totem. I guess it's kind of good with these other holy items. I don't know. It's not very good. It's okay. They almost beat me, so what do I know? Key thing, almost. So negatives of this build are, 1, it doesn't have many godlies or uniques. So I don't really want happy cats. It also doesn't really use amulets. The only amulet that would kind of benefit me is the green one or maybe the life one for increased healing. But I'm not really trying to heal. I just want to speed this up. This speeds it up. I need more yellow. Red works for now. I really want this blue. Once it's flawless, I might put the blue into there. Probably will. I don't really want this potion, although it might have just saved me. Heat would also save me. Thinking. So we want to roll, but what am I looking for? Combine up the reds. This one, space. I think it's pretty important to fill out the whole board just because these flames have value. So, every space wants to be occupied if possible. Some builds, that's not true. This one, I do think it's true. Kind of think this could have more value than this. That true? I don't know. I could combine up purples. I'm combining up reds, which is a little bit weird. So purples have value, so it's kind of worth keeping them separate because they are such a valuable item. Blues don't really have value until they get to the perfect. Reds have value in increased healing. They also have value in lifesteal. Huh. Do I think... The sad thing is, I kind of think both these potions are worthless. But they could save me. Yeah, but we have so many purples. I don't know if I need the potion. I'm gonna say I don't. Good roll right now. Roll for what? For a chip gem. There it is. Why do I want this? To increase my healing. So I could pull out another purple, I could pull out a blue. Fine. This bag is actually amazing. Because we're built around a single item, so speeding up that single item by 10% is really, really good. And it's space. Okay. This is potentially scary. Why? Cheese Goobert's pretty good. This one is... I thought it was terrible, but it turns out it's decent, especially with quick activators. This torch is a quick activator. They've got some heat. This can make more heat. Yeah, this is scary. That thing's going off like crazy. They might beat me. We'll see. Dolphin Physicist. What does that make me think of? There was like some incremental game. Also just Echo the Dolphin. Okay, never mind. They're getting destroyed. My damage increases, theirs does not. That's a pretty key difference. But now I'm out of stamina. I'm not in battle rage yet, which is when I really want to be swinging this, is once 5 seconds. Wait, we're out of battle rage. We went in and came out. I was going to say 5 seconds are definitely passed. Ooh, I almost just lost. We unlocked an achievement. Huh. So how do they increase... Oh, they could have increased the damage with the oil lamp. I guess they're increasing the damage on this, but this one seemed like it was getting way more activations. Activations. Was it? Dragon Knight, 20 versus 19. No, it's about the same. Huh. I guess this is fine. I need this oil lamp. What is my accuracy? 80% accuracy. The problem with missing is it drinks stamina, and it does not scale my weapon, and it does not do damage. So, like, it's a triple whammy in my mind. Is whenever I miss, that's so bad with this item. It's bad with most items, but it's even worse with Axe. I don't know if I combine these up to a flawless. Maybe I do. Especially if I'm trying to fit that blue in. Wait, did I have a flame right here? No, we had a flawless. Got it. Okay. So I can always move a purple down. I do not want to combine the purples, but I might combine the reds, I guess. Greens. Greens are good. Combine the greens. And the oil lamp that I wanted is there. That's helpful. Super helpful. And I want to speed it up, which means that I have to fix these bags. Crap. Normally, I don't care about speeding up two things too much with Axe, but right now I do. Alright. So we can fix that by switching out this square bag. Putting this one right here, putting this one right here, moving this over here, moving that right there. Is that the solution? It's close. Could switch this back. If I switch that back, put that there. Then we've got another space open for something else to speed up, which might just be a purple. Purple. What purple? Don't know yet. I already have a lot of debuff cleansing. I have 4 purples out in the bag. We'll think about it. Still don't really want that vampire potion. I should have paid attention to whether or not it went off last time. I did honk, I think. Did they have a shield? They did. They had that shield that increases their damage. But a lot of enemies are going to have shields at this point. Oh. I do have these coals that I could switch out with like purples to get anti-heal. That is a big yellow. This kind of pays for itself. But only if I have sockets available. Or space available. I don't really. This one. Would I make another stone helm? 10 gold. Kind of a tough call. Kind of just want this. But I do want this. Just take space. It's only round 13. I was thinking about getting rid of the gem boxes, but if I'm ahead, I shouldn't. And I kind of am ahead. I want to combine the blues, but they don't do much for me. I want to combine the greens. I do want the healing, but I don't want it that much. Do I think they're going to crit or stun me? They might. Could just get rid of this potion. I don't really want blues in the bag, though. But I don't want them anywhere else either. Alright. So this, if I sell it, I could get that yellow. That yellow is really appealing to me. I'm going to buy that yellow. Could be defense, but with this yellow, especially if I could pull this out and put it into the bag. So now, stamina problems aren't as bad. Am I really reserving all of this? I don't need the stone skin potion. Really good, though. That's a lot of crit and stun resist. And it's a long time with damage reduction. It ensures that I get into battle rage. This item does scale. We now have accuracy, which solves one of my problems. I want another crafted item, so I can move this. The reason I want that is so that that can go into the speed up bag. Shouldn't matter, but it could. Start the battle. I think we're pretty strong at this point. They have a lot of mana, they have a lot of frost. Frost can still screw me up. But they would have to actually get frost on me. That is the reason that I take these boots. These boots plus the purples make it so that it's pretty hard to frost me. They did frost themselves, though. Why did they frost themselves? Open the logbook. Go to cold. Cold. Okay, why did I frost them? Oh, right, I have sapphires. I have a bunch of sapphires. I don't really factor those into my thinking that much when they're in the bag, but I guess they are a real thing. Alright, click. Ooh, this is a good frost item. I don't ever want it, but I like the idea of someday making use of that for something. Not today, but someday, maybe. Today is not that day. That day will never come. But in theory, someday it could come. I'm always buying this. This one is questionable. It is. Red gems. Do I have any gems I want to combine up? I could start combining purples. Yeah, space is limited. But I like my purples. I really like my purples. Combine them. This is just... So, I don't think this is the greatest deal in the world, but it's a way for me to spend my money. And right now, that's all I'm trying to do. We're almost full build, except that I need more space. And I could use better gems. So really, I'm just trying to spend money. And there aren't expensive things. There's no prismatic orbs I need. I don't need cats. So there's not much for me to spend on, except for these caps. I would like to combine up these yellows. And I do want the stamina reduction. I still have space up here. Space that can speed up things. the yellows. Right, something went away right here. One of my blues went away. Move a different blue. I just want more space. To get more space. Not what I was looking for. None of this. I want the economy. I want everything. Anti-crit. So I've already got a little bit of extra base stam. It's not that helpful. The good news is I now have 3 extra stamina sacks. So when I go into battle rage and I hit twice, I'm less likely to be out of stamina. I still could be though. Very easily. Roll again. No! Alright. What about that chipped blue gem? We're trying to get one more flawless. Still have 4 rounds. Technically, that chipped blue gem kind of helps. Huh. Anything else to consider? I could put something else in the armor. I could do anti-heal. Anti-heal is building specifically to fight, like, one enemy. I've already got some anti-heal. But so is debuff cleansing. What about this? If I had stone gloves, if I had a flute. But this damage isn't even that good. 27 damage, it's kind of good. It's not that important. Main question is the blue gem. We're trying to find a higher tier blue gem. Like flawless blue gem would be amazing to find. That gem. I would like your gem, please. They have damage reduction and a shield and armor, and they cleanse debuffs, and they do frost things. Is that what those dragons do? Kind of scary. No, that's... I'm dead. And they have damage. No, that is not what these dragons do. They just give defense. Where was the frost coming from? I guess there wasn't that much frost. Cold. Right, these scrolls, I don't pay enough attention. Corrupted armor, too, so when I put frost on them, they cleanse it, put it back on me. Damage. They just did damage. Wait, that wasn't that much damage. I guess mine wasn't that much either. I am not doing that much damage with this axe. God, that is a lot of spikes, though. And this weapon does go up. That might be the first time I've ever lost to a scale. Huh. It's just a lot of defense. They reflect debuffs. Their healing is reduced, but they're not that dependent on healing. This does heal. Doesn't feel like that much defense, but it does. The shield combined with this, and a big heal right here. And they're gaining max HP, but kind of slowly. They do have 2 dragons. Dragons are kind of strong all on their own. They have 9 in power. Where did they get 9 in power? Power. Wand of Equilibrium, Heart of Darkness. Oh, Heart of Darkness. Kind of strong. Anti-heal it. I don't know. Just overall stronger than me. Yeah, it's so much heat. This is when I should really be thinking about this one. Yeah, I think I buy this now. It's expensive, but it gives value. A lot of things that I'm adding don't give much value. We have 2 stone caps. We have things that we can do. I was thinking about putting the blue into here. I think this is around the time I would do that. Could combine the reds, but I don't really need to. Could combine the yellows. I don't mind doing that. Could get all the way up to a perfect yellow, which is very space efficient. Purples. Debuffs have not been my problem so far. Huh. But if I put more of the purples inside of armors and combine more of them, they could be more of my problem. Greens. Greens are weird, but they do solve poison. It's just I don't care about poison too much. I guess it gives me an excuse to pull out the purples. Good enough for me. Purple. This bag. I'm missing 3 space. I would take this bag. Crap. At least for now. I don't need all these flames. Keep the armor bag for later. Did we become stronger that round? Yeah, I gained snowballs. And we gained space. Incrementally stronger. So yeah, this is the point in the game where I think the build is already basically maxed. It gets a little bit stronger from this point, but this is when opponents start to outscale me, which you just kind of know that. Going into Anvil, I was trying to get my wins early, and we already did. So I'm kind of happy. This could screw up an opponent, and it's on sale. And I don't need it. We screw up opponents by killing them. This is scary. So this is a bursty build, and they've got Villain Sword to do damage. But that means their daggers do less damage. Never mind. It should be bursty, but it's not. Didn't really think about the fact that Villain Sword is sapping all of the damage from the daggers. So this one does 1 to 2, this one does 1 to 2, this one does 4 to 7. It's not completely true because this one gains 6 damage when it uses mana. It was already a weak dagger. Now it's super weak. They didn't get to drink their potions. I have no idea what they're doing with these poison ones. 3 poison potions is such a waste. They cost like 7 apiece, and a poison dagger is expensive. Poison dagger's at least useful. These are worthless. These, in this fight, were worthless. They were about to drink them, though. Cool. This is bait, but if you see it early enough, it can be amazing. So yeah, 7 gold for this potion. God, it's round 16. I'm not going to get my blue gem. Not going to happen. 16 could become a regular by 17. Then, if I found another regular, I could have 2 flawless by 18. But then I can't combine the flawless. We need the flawless right now. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Yellow gem's fine. Stamina's still an issue for me. I don't need coals at this point. They do kind of pay for themselves, but I don't have room. We don't need space. This is a way to spend some money. That is a big red gem. Alright, that's a way to spend some money. It's basically just a question of, do I give up on the blue gem dream right now to buy this? And I would get value out of putting other things into the bag instead of these. So these would get me up to 12 gold. I would still need 4 more. Combine the 2 greens. Could do that. I want to combine the yellows. Do I have enough stuff to sell? Don't know. Find out. Now I'm kind of committed to it. So, I need 4 gold worth of stuff. I don't have 4 gold worth of stuff. So why did I sell all of that right now? Because I don't know. Could get 4 gold worth of stuff. No, snowballs are valuable. Could just sell the flames. How many new flames am I making? A lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does the red have more value to me? Eh. That was a mistake. Bam! Buy those. Why? Start the battle. So that I can sell them back start of next turn. There's no reason to buy those. I'm never using them. Spikes plus poison. In theory, Ivy can be very strong, very scary. In practice, poison is crap. So you have to get that poison on really quick. This item is still one of the broken items, but not with this build. They have a lot of the pieces. What they really need, though, is armor potions, I think. This is strong, though. Huh. I think they had many of the pieces they would need. Crap, I don't have luck, but if I could get crits, this would be amazing. What are the chances I can get luck in 2 turns? Almost none. Crap, I also need these gloves. And I would like the gloves to be crafted, but they don't have... No, they do have to be. The problem with them uncrafted is they're speeding up the axe when I don't want it sped up. There's a surprising number of things with value right now in the shop. This does not have value. That shield even has value. Ah, the shield is better than these flames. And I could craft it. And it would hold gems. So it's not even that much space because of the gems. I mean, it is a lot of space, but it's also a lot of benefit, and it's on sale. How is there this much stuff to consider in this shop? So I'm always buying that, I'm always buying that, I'm always buying that. I can't see not buying gloves. Still have a turn to craft them. It means giving up this turn to be stronger on turn 18. A lot of lifesteal. I don't really need to combine the yellows. This one is weird, but... So the axe becomes stronger and stronger as the fight goes on. This one builds more and more luck up. If you could get the crit when the damage is the highest, and if you could skip their armor, it could go crazy. It's just I don't have luck. So 2%. The main reason to take this is looking for a collar, but there's not really time to find a collar. The main reason to take this is because... pretty good. Is it good enough? It kind of is. But I have to decide between that or the gloves. I think the gloves are very, very, very good. Top tier item. But they need to be in the pants. This wants to touch both of these armors. Could make the flame shield. I think I'm saying no to the gloves. Weird. I don't know if I've ever passed on gloves before with a double axe. I have so much defense that I really don't want. I really want the gloves. Do I have stamina problems? Look at all these flames just sitting here, doing nothing. This is where space is the main thing that I want. I don't need the flames, but I should at least make the flame shield. It's just how. I could give up this armor, touching the shield. That's worth it. So the flame shield just blocks more damage, I think. This one blocks 14, this one blocks 17. Oh, and it can block range damage, which is important. Okay. So I did say one of the benefits was that this gives me more gem sockets. That's true. Wonder if I should combine up more of these gems because space is limited. Maybe. Probably. But I run out of gems. We have a lot of sockets. Where I could pull out coals. I like the yellows. If I go full unhealing. So we're already at 18%, 36%, 72% unhealing. I don't think I need more than that. Debuffs don't mess with me too much, but the reason they don't mess with me is because I have these gems out in the world. I still have stuff to sell. Should buy this, but how do you ever fit that? Full defense build. I should buy the stupid boots. God, I don't want the stupid boots. Okay. So, to get the boots, they have to be able to go into this bag. Get them into this bag. I think I need to move this cap. This one can come over here. We got 2 flames onto the shield. We buy the boots. This is where me saying this is an, what's it called? Econ item. Look at all these flames I get to sell. So many flames. And that's why it hurts giving up the gem box, because the gems like combining up like crazy. Technically, I could still put this in if I take out a gem. Which gem? I like all of my gems being in the bag, but that's fine. Anti-heal. So much anti-heal. I actually think I am going to combine up more of these. Weird. Could combine up the greens. But I won't have new gems to take their spots. No, I'm not going to do that. If it was earlier in the game, I could still buy this, and then I would have new gems to take their spots. I'm already combining enough. I'm going to call this good. Except I could keep rolling. We have cheap rolls. I should have used my rolls. Chess. I don't know if I've ever lost to chess. Maybe I will this time. If nothing else, it's really cool that Card Hunter is trying to make chess a real thing. I don't think it is a real thing. But good try. I don't want to look at it because I don't want to think about it. Crap. So cheese is actually decent. Cheese is decent because you can put it right here and it just gains you a massive amount of HP. Huh. I don't actually think this does much, but stunning opponents is nice. What does this one do? When I gain armor, I deal effect damage, which is kind of stupid. Do they still gain 30% more block? No, they don't. Oh well. So we have 3 pairs of boots, which means 60% cold resist, which hard counters a lot of enemies. Alright, we're still at full stars. This one has a lot of lifesteal, a little bit, a good amount of armor piercing. If these added up to be a flat 100%, but instead it's a 60%, it still is really good. Depends if it's an armor enemy. God, I have so much money. And like nothing to spend it on because we don't have space. This is a thing I could spend on. Cool. Take it. I should wait until I finish spending before I start repositioning things. We are looking for gloves are amazing. Oil lamp is actually amazing. I might just get rid of this. I don't think I get enough luck. That sucks. I don't really want this bag. I don't want a lot of things. I don't know if I actually want the cheese. I'm gonna say no cheese. But I considered it. What else? So gem sockets. I currently have 1 empty gem socket. I would like to make use of that. With the purple? No, that's my last... Oh no, I have 2 empty gem sockets. Crap. So I can pull this out. Things I could do. I could use this for crit resist. I already have a lot of crit and stun resist. I have 80% stun resist just from these. And I have 50% crit resist. Getting higher crit resist would be nice. But I like this going fast. Figuring out the gems right now feels like the tricky thing. Huh. So I could pull out one of the big yellow ones. This one, base stamina regen plus 30%, plus 12%. I still have an empty gem socket that I would like to be making use of. And I could switch this. How do I still have that vamp? Nobody knows. I mean, vamp is better than this. It's probably better than this. It's decent. Gloves. If I'm reducing my stamina enough, the gloves are actually amazing. Crap. And they have a good spot to go. So it's just a question, am I reducing my stamina enough? I guess so. To reduce my stamina more, could take out this gem 25% faster. This just made it 20% faster. So if I swap this and this, I would have a ton of stamina. Kind of wish I had that gem box, because right now we have an open slot. Could just put the purple in it. I don't need to cleanse debuffs quite as much, but it is useful to cleanse debuffs. Could have taken that collar that lets me stay in battle rage longer. I'm not killing as quick as I would like. Normally I'd be looking at this on round 18, but right now all it does is get me 1 vamp. Very expensive for 1 vamp. Snowballs? Crap. Snowballs are the correct answer. Huh. Yeah. Snowballs are better than this vamp, but they're also just better than the flame. So, and I need to make 1 more space for them. So that is the answer. So we're hard countering a couple builds. These ones, they get 60% less max health. That's one of the strong builds I could run into, is somebody that scales their max health. We're anti-cold, we have 60% cold resist. We're anti-poison, 20 plus, but poison doesn't matter. 35, 40, 50% poison resist. We're anti-crit. Not as much as I would like, but... oh, I would like to pull out this yellow. Too bad. We're a little bit anti-debuff with the oil lamps. Crap, this oil lamp would like to go here. I could probably find a way to speed up 2 oil lamps with the fanny packs, but instead I'm using the gloves. We're countering a lot of the enemies right now, and we're doing a good amount of damage, and our damage increases, and we have a massive amount of defense. Not as much defense as them. They don't have an Amulet of Steel, which is what they would have needed to win. Really, they need like 3 of them. Sucks for them, because they're a frost-heavy build. And I'm resistant to frost. I only have the 1 purple at this point, though, so I'm not removing it as much. I think this beats most things. And that is why I like Anvil. So, yeah, you could have taken Rapier instead of the Axe, because that's another item that still scales itself. Or you could have taken the big sword, doesn't need to scale. It does enough damage right off the bat, which is kind of nice. It's really nice. Big Axe, but they're full defense with some stuns. Sadly for them. Where's my stun resist? Stun resist, 100%. Why is it 100%? Oh, because I put this yellow in here. So they can never stun me. So I also hard counter stun builds. Soft countering it would be if, like with the cold and with the max HP, they can still technically get over it, is my way of thinking about it. Just hard countered means it can't even do anything. It has 0 chance, so they can never stun me. If I get to 100% cold resist, then they're hard countered for a cold build. That was 2 wins. But I don't think soft countered is really a term. I think hard counter just means you're building the direct thing that opposes them, not necessarily that you shut them down completely. In my mind, though, that's the difference. 3 wins. 4 wins. Where's their... oh, never mind. Wait a second. Never mind. Okay, luckily, they're not that strong. And we do get to hit through armor. But that starting in power... I didn't notice these at first. These are more broken than this whole build. Luckily, they didn't have quite enough for it. If they had like a hardwood, that would have destroyed me. But even just these plus this, and they have the heat. Oh, why aren't they speeding up their sword? No, they have all of these speed bags and they're speeding up a stupid obsidian dragon. No, just speed up this sword. Obsidian is good, but not as good as the sword. Damage dealt. You gotta speed up the sword. 2.04 second cooldown. It benefits so much from speeding it up because it's slow. They're speeding up a stupid axe. Why? I guess to drink stamina, but speeding this up also drinks stamina. No, they won. I think that this is a winning build. If they just moved these fanny packs onto this sword. Is that enough? It might have been enough. I also don't know exactly what they're doing with the daggers. I would rather just have flames. Daggers are, I guess they have hammer dagger, and they're trying to chug the potions. Chugging the potions does benefit them, but they could chug the potions using armor potions, and then it would benefit these, and they would go off at 0 seconds instead of whenever you swing this. They could have easily won. I think that was 4. This is 5. Deerwood, so they have defense. Not enough defense. And they have spikes. So for spikes, we're looking for a green amulet. They don't have green amulet. They do have my perfect sapphire, though. 5 wins. 6 wins. Another axe. I don't know why all these other axe people really don't like anvil. I like anvil so much. I guess if they find a different stamina solution. Yeah, but they just honked. Huh. Yellow gem, 2 hawk runes is amazing. God, if I could have hawk runes. So there is benefit to this. If you do get these runes, that can be big crits. 24% chance to crit, but more importantly, when it does crit, it crits for extra. So like that ranger badge would have been way more valuable with these hawk runes. I would have been trying to build around it, like putting gloves onto the thing. So that was 6 wins, I think. This is poison, we don't care. They also have anti-heal and a bunch of potions, don't care. 7 wins. And they don't do anything. 7 poison on me. And I got 20 frost on them, even though this isn't a frost build. I guess I get a little bit of frost from this. I have the frost from the snowballs. Like, these are all things that I'm not even taking, considering the frost part. And I still end up with debuffs are weird. 6 wins, 7 wins. Some number of wins. Spike build with Ivy, in theory, that could do something. In practice, it won't. 7 wins. They're dead. I don't know what to think. Pretty sure this is 8 wins, but I do see this with these 2. Wait, oh, it's each unique staff. It doesn't work having 2 of the same. So they're going to try and get a ton of buffs. If they get a ton of buffs, then these 2 do crazy damage. But they're not actually getting a ton of buffs. So the sad thing with these staffs, any staffs want a massive amount of mana. They just go through mana really quick. These ones use 3 mana to print 4 mana. Mana doesn't give you a benefit, except it is worth 0.2 damage per mana, but you're printing it so slowly. It used to print way more. And a lot of the time, you're just going to be printing mana. So these don't really work, especially having 2 of them. And they still drink stamina, too. So those drink as much stamina as my axe does, but my axe outdamages both of them put together. Alright, they do have 2 shields, which do mess with me. That was 8 wins? 7? 7, 8, somewhere in there. We've seen so many axes. 4 stuns. Wait, have I wrapped back around? I don't think so, but maybe. We'll say that was 8. I might have wrapped back around. No, I have not seen this. That is a full golem. Do they have 7 regen is the main question. And they can get it from the broccolis. Once they get to 5 luck, but they're not at 5 luck. Once they get to 10 mana, wait, they're almost at 10 mana. Wait, then that starts giving luck, which will eventually get them regen, which will eventually make the golem go crazy. It's about to go crazy. 5 luck. Next time these 2 broccolis go off, golem goes crazy. They're still dead, but they will get a bunch of armor. They'll start to stun me, except they won't. They did get a bunch of armor. They did light up the golem's eyes. They got there. The problem is the armor doesn't work with the blue gem. Cool. 9 wins. 10 wins. That is a lot of poison. Good job. Look at that. 13 poison. 9 poison. 19 poison. Good job, poison. Or poison. 30 damage dealt. Poison was their largest damage dealer. These would get extra crit chance if they could get my poison up to 25, and they almost got there. But they still wouldn't do much damage, even if you give them 65% crit chance. They're just massive items that all they do really is increase the poison. They're fairly low stamina, I think. Are they? I don't know. This is the closest thing they have to something good, is it can get my unhealing, or get my healing down to 0, which is useful. It shuts off these reds. And it shuts off Vamp. They do have this. Oh, they have 2 of these Doom Caps. That's actually kind of cool. Sadly, mushrooms aren't a thing, but if they were a thing, this would be an amazing build for them. They have so many of these purples, which give armor when they put on 7 debuffs, yeah. But they don't put on that many debuffs. Armor. I mean, 30 armor gained. That means they did 5 times 7, 35 debuffs in a full debuff build. It's not enough debuffs. It's too easy to hard counter debuffs. I don't like it. Yeah. They also would have got hard countered if they ran up against another debuff build, because most of them would have corrupted armor. So whatever poison they put on it, they would just get it put back on them. Rough build. Really rough build. Let's do one more. No, dragons with a nest in the middle. They need the sword in the middle. Sword. The sword is a necessary part of this, unless you have something else. Like, basically, if you have those armor amulets that I like so much, the steel amulets, that's another way to do this. Knife to meet you, but you need to give them damage to increase it. This increases it by 50%, but only if they have damage. These do 8 to 15, 8 to 15. At least this one does 14 to 21. But you could have 1, 2, 3, 4 dragons all doing 14 to 21. That's like getting crits every single hit almost. And you could also get crits. It's painful. They have the sword touching 1 dragon, 1 phoenix. You don't really... So they're also speeding up the phoenix. Out of everything, the phoenix is the one that you want to speed up the least because it hurts you. And it hurts you even if it's like hitting into a shield, so it's doing reduced damage. Even if I have tons of damage reduction, which I do at the start at least. So the phoenix might be hurting them more than it's hurting me at the start. Damage dealt. Damage dealt. How do I see that? So at 0 seconds, Phoenix has done 11. I don't know how to tell how much damage it's done to them, though. So it did do more damage to me than it did to them. They lose 10 health. Where it did 11 damage, but barely. It's not really worth speeding up an item that, like... Okay, so now they've done 2 hits. They've done 20 damage to me, 20 to them. And it's taking up 6 space to do this. That's a lot of space. It will give them rebirth, which is nice, but It's not an item. It would do the rebirth without speeding it up. Bad use of fanny packs. 27. They've now done more damage to themselves with this Phoenix than they've done to me. And that's going to be true, like, from here on out. Because now I'm in, well, until I'm out of Battle Rage. 32. They've done 40 damage to themselves. 54. Okay, they got a good hit. Why did they get a good hit? That's a good question. I did damage. Did I just kill them or something? Wait, why did it shoot up to 54? I'm blind. It's too many things to look at once. Oh, they dealt 27 damage. I'm not sure why exactly. My damage reduction must have dropped off, or they just didn't hit into the shield as possible. It is a ranged item, but this shield can block ranged. Okay. So at least it starts doing more damage. 27 is a good hit. So at this point, it is a net positive, except it's not. It only got that one good hit the whole time that it was here, before they died. Phoenix is bait. It's okay if you're really built around rebirth, but even then, it's so much space. It's an awkward size. It's a weird one because you don't want to speed it up. The only really nice thing is that it does use 0 stamina at least. Okay. Lows. We're only in gold. I should be playing with this character in low master. Painful. We're gonna get there. I hate how slowly we rank up. I really wish for the 1.0 release they would have said, if you're at this rank, we'll knock you down to Plat 0. And then climbing up from Plat 0 wouldn't be bad. I'm just about to get to Plat 0. In part because Plat is when the game, for me at least, starts getting a little bit more difficult. Diamond, it starts getting very difficult for me, and then Master, it kicks my butt. Alright, for now, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.